Hello, spiderlings. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world today. So today we are back with our Work It Wednesday and Satisfactory. Now, last week we had some awful, awful luck with the audio. So gutted because the episode just came together just so beautifully, going through all the new items and the new buildings and the new machines that we've got. So what I've done for this episode is a quick little recap of all the machines. So we've got the machines in action. We're just doing a quick little brief overview of what each machine does. As you can see, looking at the image you're greeted with at the moment, there's been a lot of change going on with the factory. So we've got everything underneath still as it was the same. We've now got this row of assemblers here all together rather than just higgledy-piggledy just doing the one item of each. So we've got the two here doing the reinforced iron plates, as you can see, going along the belts here. There we go. We've then got the two here producing the rotors for us. So we are producing 10 reinforced plates a minute. We are producing 8 rotors per minute. We've got the rotors and the reinforced plates being split off into this assembler here to make ourselves the smart plating for the first phase of today's episode, which is the space elevator. Then the one in the background here is using this line of rods and the surplus reinforced plates to make, hopefully we can get some come through, which will be the modular frames. There they are, coming through nicely. So we've got the awesome sink set up still. That's still taking those surplus screws that we're not currently using. We have the awesome shop there as well. So we've got some more tickets that have been produced whilst off camera. And finally, we've got a nice little pad set up here. And that is going to be for the space elevator, which is today's main focus. So we can nip across here as well, and we can see the copper factory is now idle purely because all those storage bins are jam-packed, as you can see with the lines. So we've rejigged these. We've got cable being made down on the bottom floor and the copper wire being made up on the top floor, so we've got plenty of storage of those at the moment. And then in the distance, hidden just behind that rock, is our concrete factory. Now the concrete factory is still moving and grooving. It's a bit janky because of the distance we are away. But yeah, so the concrete factory is still flying along. We have found another limestone node over here in the distance. So what I think we might do is join these two up and make ourselves a big concrete factory. Get that going. Nice. And ooh, didn't notice that before. We've got ourselves a hard drive drop pod. So we'll leave those for the following episode, where we will go out and about, because I've found another one as well whilst out and about. I've also found quite a few power slugs as well that we can grab hold of. But again, today's episode focus is the space elevator. So as you can see, she is a big old girl. This has got to be one of the best animations in the game. So many people say how amazing this animation is. Here she comes. And she is down. So then, so this is where we are going to be sending up the product assembly parts, namely being for phase 1. If we just head on down to the space elevator itself, you'll see that there's a little computer station on the front. You can click anywhere on it just to enter it. We're going to be nice and professional, so we're going to go to the space elevator computer. If we go in here, you can see here we are to unlock tiers 3 and 4, which is the next 2 tiers. We need 50 of the smart plating, and that is for phase 1 of the project assembly. So we literally either hand drop them off like we do here for the hub down the bottom of the bank, or we can actually belt them in. And to be quite honest, I'm feeling like belting them in. Just think it looks a lot cleaner. So we shall get ourselves some belts made. You can see there's plenty of entry points at the back. We shall hook up the belts to said storage. And we shall add in the smart plating. So out they come. Up and in they go. So if we head back around to this computer, we should be able to see. Here we go. We can see that they are on the left hand side. It's counting up as they're going in. And when it's ready to go, these 2 orange buttons here I do believe will pop out. And it'll allow us to seal the capsule. There we go. So we can seal the capsule, send it, and off it goes. Let's get it sealed up. And let's get it sent. Boom. Off she goes. So much fun. I love the space elevator. So as you can see at the top right hand corner, we have got our new objective for completing the next phase. So again, you pop into the computer and you see now that we now need 500 of the smart plating, 500 of the versatile frameworks, and 100 of the automated wiring. So we need to unlock these 2 during the milestones of the tier 3 and tier 4, which we'll go down to the hub now and have a look. So we are back down at the hub on the waterfront. And if we pop into the hub terminal, we're going to get the jump pads completed, because we've had that up on the hotbar since the last episode. And away it goes. So that is all of the tier 1 and the tier 2 milestones completed.
Recommended during use of these products.
Thank you, Ada. So as you can see now, tier 2 is complete, tier 1 is complete, and we have access to tier 3 and tier 4. So tier 3 is our coal power, which is going to allow us to find coal nodes on the map using the V key with the search button. It's going to allow us to get the coal generators, which is going to allow us to make coal power, which is going to get rid of the biomass burner area upstairs. The water extractor, which is needed for the coal generators because it's used by burning the coal and the water to produce steam. We can also look at getting tractors, so the vehicles. We can get into our basic steel production, which gives us some new items in the item shop. Gives us the foundries, which takes in copper, sorry. So we look at the foundries, which takes in iron and coal to make steel ingots. That allows us to do the beams and the pipes. It also unlocks us part of the phase 2 space elevator assembly, part assembly, the versatile frameworks. Improved melee, so we can get a better Xeno Basher rather than Xeno Zapper. Gives us another hand slot and some inventory slots. And then on to tier 4, we get the more advanced steel items, so we can then get the Mark II miners, which can double the output of your ore nodes. So the 120 pure nodes we've got, that will allow us to mine 240. Gives us the encased industrial beams, the stators and the motors, the heavy modular frames, and it gives us the final part assembly piece, which is the automated wiring. We also then get the hyper tubes, so we can travel around in style. Hopefully make myself my first ever hyper tube cannon, never done it before. We have the Logistics Mark III, which is the faster belts and faster lifts. And those both take the steel beams. And we get bigger industrial storages. So those double, I believe, the normal storage, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so the normal storage takes 24 and this has 48 slots. And then finally we have the brand new what Update 7 is all about, and that's the Blueprint Designer. Now, I've never used the Blueprint Designer. It's going to be brand new to me when we do get hold of it. So once we've got the steel production, everything ready and going, we're going to get onto the Blueprint Designer, and I'm absolutely stoked for it. I've seen so much content from some of the big creators in the Satisfactory community, and the stuff that they're building with and what people are making with them is absolutely fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to getting my teeth into that one. But again, that's not for right now. We will get there. So for today's episode, we're going to make sure we get this coal power milestone done. We're going to look at getting the vehicle milestone done because we should have all of these products lying around. So it's just going to be a case of grabbing and jumping back. I believe we can also get the basic steel production, yeah, because we've got all of those as well. And we can, yeah, so I'm pretty sure, comfortable, we get tier 3 complete today with all of these milestones very easily. And yeah, that's when we're going to be looking at the steel production. So yeah, we need the steel items to get these done. So we'll focus on getting all 4 of these milestones done because I'll literally just run and grab everything we need and we can send them all off one after the other. Okay, so again, whilst off camera and dealing with all the setting up and moving around and stuff, we're running around collecting leaves and wood for the biomass, we have grabbed a few extra items. We've got the bacon agaric, that's how I pronounce it. We've got some more silica. We've also found ourselves our first bit of sulfur. So with these modular frames and the silica, we can finally, in the MAM, in the quartz node, we can unlock the blade runners, which I really, really want to do, because that's going to allow us to run around and jump a lot higher, so we're not going to keep getting stuck on all the splitters and the merge like I've been doing for ages now.
New equipment unlocked.
So we just need 3 more modular frames. Oh, we need some silica. Wouldn't you know it? Okay, so that's going to be another off-camera job then, I think. We find ourselves another quartz node somewhere nearby, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So we'll go into the sulfur tree and we'll get that one started. We've got enough to do that one. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do... No, because we don't have any coal. We don't have enough sulfur to do this one. We don't have any black powder or beams. We don't have any black powder or encased industrial beams, so we won't be doing any more of the sulfur tree right now. Nutrients, we can use one of the bacon agarics so that we can use the object scanner to scan for them. This one again, we don't have the steel, so we can't continue that one. We don't quite have enough Caterium to get the Caterium ingots, so we'll leave that one alone as well. I did find some hogs on my scrounging round, so we've taken the liberty and quickly researched that one. So now all we're left with is these bottom ones. But I'm not too worried about getting those done right now, they can wait for a later date. So we are going to quickly add up what we need to get all of these done. So scrolling through all these then, we need 250 reinforced iron plates, we need 300 rotors, 700 cable, 75 of the frames, 400 rods, 300 cement, and 2,500 copper wire. So we'll go in, round all that up, and drop back in shortly. We've got 75 frames, 250 reinforced iron plates, 400 iron rods, 300 concrete, 700 cable, And 2,500 copper wire. Okay, so we will head on back and start the milestones. And here we are back at the hub. So, first milestone is the coal power. So we'll send that up straight away. And with the power of video editing, you won't be having to
Milestone
wait for the
reached.
pod to keep
Coal
coming
is
back.
an
Milestone number 2. Milestone number 3. And we have the final milestone 4. Whilst I was waiting in between for those drop pods to keep returning, I've gone out and about and found a few more resources so we can make the 20 silica that we need for the blade runners. So we've got the modular frames and we've got the silica and we've got the rotors, so let's get ourselves the blade runners made. We are going to be running around like the Flash now. So excited for these. We will make ourselves a object scanner whilst we're here as well. Make ourselves the Xenobasher. Fantastic. So we will pop the blade runners on. We will pop the chainsaw down, the object scanner, and the Xenobasher. So it's really good how they've got all these new slots. Before, all you had was just your hand slots basically, and that was it. So you couldn't have the legs on with the jetpack or the hover pack. Now, thanks to Coffee Stain for listening to the community, we've got all these extra slots so we can finally wear everything that we can unlock. So the object scanner, we can use it to remember, that's the right key, that's it. So if you see at the top, we can look for berries, for mushrooms, or for nuts at the moment, because that's all that we have got it programmed to find. Now, I did find, I know I said I was going to wait for doing an exploration video to do so. Look at it, look at it, look how far we go. Now, I did find, off camera again, a couple of blue power slugs. So we're going to use one of those so that we can get the power slug that allows us to make the power shards. And then I want the one that allows us to actually scan for them. So that's that one there. So that will allow us to scan for the power slugs. So if we use the object scanner and we cycle to power slugs, there we go. So as you can see, it's telling us that there is a power slug in that direction. Now we know there is, and in fact, just to prove how this works, we're going to go and collect it. So as you see, we know that the power slug is up there. So you can see now on the screen that the bar, if we move away from it, you see how the bar disappears. Move back towards it. So what this does is, even though you're not pointing in its direction, it will tell you where the power slug, it was basically telling me there is a power slug here in this vicinity. So as we turn around, we can see that it's up there. So we'll head on up to collect it at long last. Here we go. But we can now see there must be another one nearby, and it's in this direction. So we shall head on down to collect you. Oh, we have another one nearby. It's in that direction. Ah, I can see it. Going to involve a little bit of parkour to get to, but now we've got our new blade runners. Should not be a problem. There we go. There it is. Oh, we got another one. Just here in the alcove. See, this is what I love about this. You can just keep going and going and going. So there's one in this direction. There's another yellow one. There's a big boy protecting it. Excellent. So as I say, you can see this. So now we're out of range. It's finally saying there's nothing in that range, but there is in fact. Oh, there's the blue little lights. There it is. So now finally there are no more power slugs in the vicinity. So that's just a little quick as to how the object scanner works. So we'll do a proper exploration episode. I want to take a good, good 25-30 minutes to, have a good run around and see what we can find. Hopefully get some hard drive for some alternate recipes. So again, we'll go through those when we find them, how they work and what it does. What I do want to do for the rest of this episode, though, is I want to do the incorporation of these two nodes. We want to build it just here for now. In fact, we'll use the power slugs that we've got, because I believe we can use a yellow one. What I'll probably do with this concrete little mini factory that we're going to do is I'm just going to literally do a montage of it. I know that we're going to have 240 limestone coming in. Now, 240 divided by 45 is 5.33. So we shall make the 6 constructors so that when we get the overclocking unlocked and we can underclock one of the machines, we'll be able to get this running fully efficiently. Constructors. Because we've got 2 now. We've got 2 of these now. Okay, I'll go to join that 2. You're gonna go there. That one. That one can join those 2 up. And that can go to there. That one. That one. There. That can join that one. So you can go there to join that one. And then we'll join you to the main grid. So we should now be non-stop on the concrete, which is excellent news. So there we go, that is our little mini concrete factory all set up. So we've now got 2 miners, got the one over yonder, which is bringing the limestone along the line nicely. And we have our 3x3 line. So again, this isn't going to be fully optimized because a miner can only really run 2 at full capacity. So we have to underclock the other 2. But again, once we get to the underclocking, we'll be able to do that and go through all that. And finally, what I want to quickly go and do is just set up couple of constructors if possible. It's likely to be the one to make some copper sheeting. Okay, can have copper sheeting, so we need 20. We need 40 to run these, but we're only really getting 30. So, as I say, it's not going to be efficient making the copper sheeting. Where is our power connection? There it is. There we go. So yes, we do have room to pinch a belt in the middle bit there. I think we'll get the merger in just there. We'll just run this up the top. Lifts. There we go, we have our copper sheeting in play. And here comes the first of our copper sheeting into storage. Beautiful. Well then, spiderlings, that just about wraps up today's episode. So we've gone through the assembler lines that we set up for the reinforced iron plates, the rotors, the modular frames and the smart plating. The first batch of the smart plating, we sent up the space elevator to unlock tiers 3 and 4. We gathered everything together to get rid of all the tier 3 milestones, which includes the coal power, the scannable coal resource, and it also gave us some vehicles, some better weaponry as well, and some basic steel production. We've also found the other limestone node and set up a more semi-permanent concrete factory to make the most of those two, so we can get a bit more concrete production. And we've also rejigged the copper factory a little bit to get us the copper sheets as well. So all in all, I think we've got ourselves a very productive episode there. So going forward, where are we going? So next episode, now we've got the coal resource scanned. I had a look and I've had a scan off camera to see whereabouts the nearest coal is. We've found that it's not too far. It's just over the bay in the background, just over through this way, I believe, through that archway, and there's a lake over there, and it's the other side, which is good because we need the water to feed the coal generators. Build the coal generator. That'll probably be the main episode. It will just be about doing the coal generator, and we'll finish off with the connection of that coal power to this area, demolishing the biomass area, and then looking forward from that, we can then look at doing a exploration episode, I think, after that, because it'd be nice to see a bit more of the map and a bit more, find some more power slugs and some more hard drives. So on the way over to the coal generator area, there is a hard drive. So what we'll do is we'll quickly throw that in at the start of the episode, because then that will allow us, I'm hoping it should allow us to then use the object scanner to scan for the hard drives like we did with the power slugs earlier today. So yeah, going forward, we've got quite a lot that we can get stuck into. So once we've got that coal generator area set up, we can finally look at doing the more long-standing base area, which we're going to spread out this way out over the bay with those beautiful views in the background. And we got loads of real estate to build here, so we can go as big as we want, which I'd like to do. So yeah, so as always, spiderlings, if you've enjoyed yourself today, or you want to become a new spiderling, You know what to do, hit that subscribe button. Returning spiderlings or anybody just passing by, if you've enjoyed the content, what you see, please smash the like button. It means a lot to me, and it shows that what I'm doing and how I'm producing things and how we're going forward with these episodes is really working for you guys. And finally, if there's anything you did want to see, or anything you just enjoyed, or even if you just want to drop an emoji, please drop it in the comments, because I happily read all the comments and I reply back to every single one of them as well, because it really does mean a lot to as being such a small creator for you guys to see that the stuff I'm doing is actually resonating and you're enjoying it and going along with us. And then all that leaves me to say, Spiderlings, is as always, have yourself a wonderful day. We'll catch you in the next one.